think we're going to get started. We're going to get started here in a second if everybody wants to take a seat. Is it loud enough? Turn it up. Okay. Volume's okay. Check, check. Still too low? How do we turn this up? Master volume, I'm guessing that's it. How about now? Check, check, check. Still good? Everybody? All right, good morning. And thank you for coming to celebrate 100 years of Multnomah Falls Lodge. I'm Chris Willis, the General Manager of Multnomah Falls Company. And in the last 100 years, this lodge has welcomed tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of visitors from all over the world. Our international guests are countless, and we also welcome guests from every state in America. Many languages are spoken here, many accents are heard, and it is wonderful. If you spend enough time here, you will see that that is the secret of Multnomah Falls Lodge, that everybody is welcome and everybody is happy to be here. It takes a great deal of hard work and leadership to maintain the integrity of this 100-year-old historic building. At the top of that list is the United States Forest Service, who works tirelessly to maintain the beauty of this Oregon treasure for everybody who visits. Donna Mickley is the Forest Supervisor for the Columbia River Gorge National Scenic Area. We always thank her for her leadership. She's with us today and is now going to say a few words. Donna?
Welcome. As Chris mentioned, I've got the privilege to serve as the Forest Supervisor for the Columbia River Gorge National Scenic Area, and I'm really happy and pleased to be here to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Multnomah Falls Lodge. This area was first dedicated as a public park in 1950 when Simon Benson transferred ownership to the City of Portland. Then in 1925, City of Portland built this lodge, and the Forest Service took ownership in 1939. But today, not only do we celebrate the beauty of this amazing, inviting structure, but we celebrate the spirit of adventurous tourists. As Chris mentioned, over 2.5 million visitors journey to this site each year, coming from every state and from multiple counties. Multnomah Falls Lodge has created a haven, a retreat, a place of connection that allows people from diverse backgrounds to experience the nature together and share the wonders of this awe-inspiring place. The lodge in this area has experienced floods, ice storms, fire, and yet continues to serve as a beacon to connect people. As a historic structure, it connects us through the centuries. Getting to 100 years of service isn't possible without continued commitment. The Forest Service would not be able to create such an extraordinary experience without our dedicated lodge concessionaire and our state and local partners, and especially friends at Multnomah Falls. The lodge has been in operation under a special use permit by the same concessionaire, Multnomah Falls Company, since 1962. For nearly 65 years, under the stewardship of the Buck Willis family, they've created an atmosphere that feels like you're entering your friend's home for a warm meal. Thank you for your continued dedication to the management of Multnomah Falls Lodge. On behalf of the Forest Service, I'd also like to express our gratitude to the decades of employees and volunteers that have worked tirelessly to provide the visitor with a memorable experience. Today, we commemorate everything the Lodge represents to its visitors and our society, the stories that it has told, and the stories it's yet to experience. Thank you.
In the last 100 years, as Donna mentioned, we have seen, we've seen 18 presidential administrations. We've had 22 Oregon governors, and throughout all of that time, the integrity and the rich history of Multnomah Falls Lodge has remained the same. During the most recent legislative session, Oregon lawmakers unanimously passed Senate Concurrent Resolution 21 to officially commemorate and honor the anniversary of Multnomah Falls Lodge. The sponsor of that legislation was our state senator here in District 26, Daniel Bonham, who sat with us in the lodge in 2024 and simply asked us how he could help to mark the centennial. Senator Bonham was scheduled to be here today and had conflicts in his schedule, but we still want to thank him for all that he has done for Multnomah Falls Lodge. Our congressional representative in District 52 as well is Congressman Jeff Helfrich. He carried SCR 21 on the House floor, and we are also grateful for his commitment to honor the centennial. As 2025 was approaching and we started planning this centennial, we knew the first place to start was the Oregon Historical Society, a place that I personally consider another Oregon treasure. Carrie Timchuk is with us from the Oregon Historical Society, and when we have lunch today, you will see in the Falls Room, he was kind enough to bring with him exact digital copies of architect A.E. Doyle's original blueprints of the lodge from the early 1920s. They are something to see, and if you get a chance, please take a look at them. Carrie joins us today, and thanks for being here. Carrie.
Well, thanks, Chris. The story of this remarkable place and this building is made up of so many stories that span millennials of time. It's a story that begins some 15,000 years ago when this area and this gorge were created by the Missoula floods. It's the story of the first residents of this area, the Multnomah tribe, who have lived here since time immemorial and who have passed down the creation story of how the waterfall was formed when a young woman sacrificed herself to the Great Spirit to save her village from a plague by jumping from the cliff. It's the story of exploration. 220 years ago next month, Meriwether Lewis strolled by and he wrote in his journal about seeing cascades caused by small streams falling from the mountains, these falls. It's the story of progress and individuals like Simon Benson, the Norwegian-born timberman and philanthropist who 110 years ago this month donated over 1,400 acres of land that encompasses the falls and who funded the construction of the bridge that bears his name. It's the story of the Washington Railroad and Navigation Company, who donated the land where we now stand, contingent upon a lodge being constructed. It's the story of A.E. Doyle, who Chris mentioned, the architect who not only designed this beautiful lodge, but who also designed 20 of the most prominent buildings in Portland, including the Benson Hotel, what is now Providence Park, the Myron Frank Building, the Multnomah County Library, and the famous Benson Bubblers. But perhaps most importantly, it is the countless millions of stories that have been told and the memories shared by individuals and families from around the world who have come here to hike, to marvel at the landscape, to see the view that has been preserved for them because of the foresight of those who came before, and to dine here, Chris, at this beautiful lodge. Also in our collection, besides the actual blueprints, is this wonderful menu from the late 1940s, 1950s. Spoiler alert, prices were a bit lower back then. You could have a hamburger and fries for the low special of 65 cents. A whole meal was, a salmon meal was $2. I love the fact that wine was 25 cents a glass, Western beer 25 cents, Eastern beer 30 cents a glass. Whatever Eastern and Western beer are, the difference between them, I don't know. Well, the mission we all now share is to honor the history of this lodge and this place by ensuring that they will still be here for the next 100 years and the 100 years after that. The great late Tom McCall once said that heroes are not giant statues framed against a red sky. They are individuals who say, this is my community and it's my responsibility to make it better. So today we think about all the heroes who preserve this place for us, and we look for some heroes in the audience as well to continue to make this community better. Thanks for being here today, and congratulations on 100 years.
Finally, bringing great customer service and a special experience to every guest who visits Multnomah Falls Lodge has been the goal of the Multnomah Falls Company now for 3 generations. It takes an incredible amount of work, and it takes people who know every nook and cranny of this building, an ability to handle every potential issue that arises, and a commitment to making sure people who visit this beautiful site are treated with respect and come away with the magical experience of Multnomah Falls, the Lodge of Oregon, and of the Columbia River Gorge. Two people who did that for decades are with us today: former general manager of Multnomah Falls Company, Mark Davenport, and the president of Multnomah Falls Company, Rick Buck, who started here back in 1983. Multnomah Falls Company is now led by Vice President Jill Willis, and she's here to make some remarks. Jill.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay? Multnomah Falls Company is the concessionaire at Multnomah Falls, which means we operate the restaurant, the gift shop, the snack bar, the espresso, and we maintain the site here at Multnomah Falls Lodge. We do this daily, and we are fortunate to have such great leadership and such a strong partnership with United States Forest Service. We work at their privilege, and we're very grateful for that. It also means we are physically here at the lodge 24 hours a day, every day, and we have been for decades. Staff members of Multnomah Falls Company are always here day and night to watch over this Oregon treasure. During the busy season, we employ roughly 100 people from all over the metro area, East Multnomah County, and throughout the gorge. The staff that works here knows just how special it is. I have a great appreciation for all of our employees, and especially our managers, who are dedicated to making the operations of Multnomah Falls Lodge a special experience for everyone who visits. I'd also like to acknowledge all the volunteer work put in by a special group of people known as the Friends of the Falls. Donna mentioned them as well. They were a group formed in a member's living room decades ago, and ever since they have volunteered their time in the visitor center and helping people navigate the area and sharing some of the beautiful history of this beautiful site. One of the lead volunteers, Ron Goodwin, has personally put in countless hours, and he is here today, and we'd like to thank him personally for all of his hard work and all of the volunteers who make up the special Friends of the Falls. Your contributions are immeasurable. But as the #1 natural tourist attraction in the entire Pacific Northwest, sometimes things can get tricky, and we are lucky to have such great partners who we've come to rely upon. It is not unusual for winter weather to shut down the old highway or Interstate 84, and when that happens, we know we can count on the Oregon Department of Transportation to make things safe. We've come to love the sight of an ODOT snowplow coming down the old highway. Kent Kalch is here today, and for years he has carried out ODOT's work in the gorge. And it's safe to say Kent Kalch and ODOT are due a great deal of gratitude from everyone who visits. Thank you, Kent. Kent's who gets my, middle of the morning, 5 a.m. text like this last Saturday. What's going on? When can we open? So I appreciate that. With so many visitors to Multnomah Falls and the historic lodge every year, the opportunity for crime can also be an easy target. But we are lucky to have a safe and crime-free place for everyone who visits to enjoy. Multnomah County District Attorney Nathan Vasquez is here today, and we want to acknowledge our appreciation for all the work you do. And we are also grateful to the work of the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. They are always quick to respond. In addition, we do get our share of Mother Nature out here in the gorge. Over the years, we've seen mudslides, flooding, ice storms, falling rocks and down trees, countless other things that probably didn't come to my mind, and of course, the Eagle Creek Fire. We also experience things like injured hikers and medical emergencies. And through all of it, the Corbett Fire Department is always quick to respond and quick to help anyone who needs assistance at Multnomah Falls. Joe Fallman is here for the Corbett Fire District. Joe, a huge thank you for all of your hard work and quick responses in the time of need. It's easy to remember this is Multnomah Falls Lodge. And we are also thankful to Multnomah County for the countless contributions in making the falls and the lodge a wonderful place for the visiting public to enjoy. Vince Jones-Dixon is our representative on the Multnomah County Commission. Vince, thank you for being here today. Finally, the National Scenic Area Act for the Columbia River Gorge was passed by Congress in 1986. The overwhelming focus was the protection and the enhancement for scenic, cultural, natural, and recreational resources in the gorge. It was also intended to protect and support the gorge economy President Ronald Reagan signed it into law, and it has benefited the gorge ever since. Our United States senators and representatives in Congress have been instrumental in maintaining this Oregon treasure. The offices of Senator Ron Wyden and Congresswoman Maxine Dexter are here today. Please accept our thanks for joining us today and for all the work done here in Oregon and in Washington, D.C. We love the Falls and the Historic Lodge, and we are honored to be part of the centennial celebration. As you can see, it really is the work of so many people and so many organizations and so many strong partnerships that has gone into the last 100 years. We hope the next 100 years are just as special. And I again want to thank you all for being here today and all the contributions you have made to the Historic Lodge.
I want to take a moment quickly. Senator Ron Wyden sent along his best today. At Multnomah Falls and the Lodge, one of the wonderful things about it is you'll see United States Senator Ron Wyden walking on the property. You'll see Jeff Merkley. You'll see Maxine Dexter, Earl Blumenauer. It's wonderful to see everybody out here, and we do all the time. And it's just very rewarding to constantly have people who mean so much and do so much to the Lodge to come out and experience it and enjoy it. I'm going to read Senator Wyden's remarks that he sent along today. It says, "Dear friends, I wish I could be with you today to celebrate 100 years of Multnomah Falls Lodge, welcoming Oregonians and visitors to one of Oregon's most stunning natural wonders, while providing them a place to connect with nature and each other. Since Calvin Coolidge was president and songs like Sweet Georgia Brown and Yes Sir, That's My Baby topped the charts, Multnomah Falls Lodge has been welcoming water-misted Oregonians and travelers from afar, serving as a refuge where hot cocoa never tasted better. With infrastructure investments like the historic Columbia River Highway connecting guests to Multnomah Falls, which happened in 1915, visitors needed a place to rest, to recharge and refuel, and the Lodge was a welcome addition for many, a weary but elated traveler. The Multnomah Falls Lodge stands as a testament to why preserving the public's access to public lands is so vitally important. Every Oregonian deserves an opportunity to enjoy our beautiful outdoor spaces that surround us. Thank you for preserving this place for 100 years and for generations to come." That's sincerely from Ron Wyden. And we thank his office for being here today. We're going to cut the ribbon on the next 100 years of the Historic Lodge. But before we do, since the ribbon cuttings can be kind of cliche, I wanted to just tell a quick story about the Eagle Creek fire, which we all remember. When it happened, a few of us were out here trying to save anything we could from inside the lodge. Mark and Rick were scrambling to save artifacts and artwork. Evacuation orders were in place. We stood and we watched the glow of the Eagle Creek fire coming over the falls. And it was so strong that embers had jumped the Columbia River and started separate fires over on the Washington side. Many area fire departments were out here. Of course, Corbett Fire was working hard to prevent the spread of flames to the lodge, but we were worried this place was going to burn down. I looked over down the old highway, and suddenly here comes the 100-foot ladder truck from the Portland Fire Department. He comes barreling down the old highway right up here onto the plaza, shoots those big construction arms out of the side of the truck to stabilize it, and they put the 100-foot ladder right over the top of the lodge. The fire captain came over and told me, "Hey, you guys got to get out of here." And I asked him, "Well, when we come back, is the lodge going to be here?" And he said to me, "This is going to be like trying to light a match in the shower. The lodge is not going to burn down while we're here." They put a hose on top of the 100-foot ladder and they showered the lodge all night long, undoubtedly saving it from burning to the ground. So with the help of Forest Service Supervisor for the Columbia River Gorge Scenic Area, Donna Mickley, and the Oregon Historical Society's Kerry Timchuk, we are going to cut the ribbon on the next 100 years in honor of the firefighters in Oregon who made such a difference during the Eagle Creek fire. Our president, Rick Buck, is going to do the honors with the big scissors. After the ribbon cutting, please join us. Make your way up the stairs to the Falls dining room where lunch will be ready. Again, we thank everybody for being here today on this special Centennial Day. We have the ribbon. Rick, we sharpen these just for you. We can do this right here.
Okay, good.
Why don't you do it on the other side, Rick? And you guys scoot this way and Rick can go behind you.
Where do you want me?
Right there. Perfect.
Am I good back here still? Okay.
Okay, I haven't cut myself yet. There we go. All right.
That's right.
We'll give you both of them.
Oh,